first ever pair of Yeezys. Better late than never, I guess. How's it going, everyone? It is Blue from Blue Shoes, and today we're here to review a pair of Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in the bone colorway. I do realize that everyone who has ever thought of wanting to own a pair of Yeezys probably has had a few pairs by now, real or fake, but this is my first pair and I just recently started the channel, so I thought, well, better late than never for a review. Now I do want to address the elephant in the room. Not that elephant. Yeezy brand, as I'm sure all of you know, was created by the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
In partnership with Adidas. A while back, Kanye West said some pretty awful anti-Semitic things about Jewish people, and Adidas cut ties with Kanye and stopped selling his products. A couple months ago, however, they announced they were going to sell their remaining stock of Yeezy products to recoup the cost of production, and then the profits would be donated to anti-hate charities. When I heard this news, I planned to purchase some Yeezys because I'd always wanted a pair of 350s specifically, but never got around to buying a pair. Plus, I also figured new Yeezys may never release again, so if I wanted any pairs, I would probably have to go ahead and buy some now before I never got a chance again. For the record, I would like to add that I do not agree or appreciate any anti-Semitic statements that Kanye West has issued about Jewish people. I believe hate of any kind has no place in our society, and it made me really sad to see an artist I'd appreciated so much at different times in my life make such awful statements. All right, but now it's time to get into the shoes. Here we have the classic brown Yeezy shoebox. It has the 350 logo on top, and then it has Yeezy branding on it, and it says Boost on it. And now here we have the shoes themselves. Again, these are the Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in the bone colorway. I personally love the look of the Yeezy 350s, especially the 350 V2s. Even amongst the 350 V2s, there are several different variations. Some have the strap back here, some don't. Some have the transparent stripe down the side, like these do. Some have plain colored stripes, some have the colored stripes that say Supply 350, others say Supply 350 going backwards like in a mirror. There were the ones that had the semi-see-through upper with a foam-like material showing underneath. The main point here is there's a lot of variation through the 350 V2 lines. The look of this bone colorway is nice though. I don't think this colorway has been particularly hyped like some 350s are, but I really like them. For the first pair of Yeezys, I kind of wanted a pair that I could rock with a lot of different colors and outfits, and this off-white cream bone colorway seemed like a good pair to buy for that, because there are some odd Yeezy 350 colorways out there.
Boom, roasted.
The Yeezy 350 is a shoe that I really think brought about the replica or fake sneaker wave that we are still seeing operating today. I know Jordan brand has been ripped off for a long time, but I remember when Yeezys first came onto the scene and everyone who liked sneakers wanted a pair. It was pandemonium and nearly impossible to be able to buy a pair for retail. Every release sold out instantly and resale prices were through the roof, so in came fake Yeezys. That was the first time I remember even hearing about fake versions of shoes. As years have gone on though, the hype around Yeezys has died down pretty substantially, and they released and re-released so many colorways of the 350 V2s that there's some pairs you can buy for resale at less than retail, which once upon a time would have been completely unthinkable. The shoes are classics for a reason though, as they are very good looking shoes in my opinion. With this colorway, we have a knit material upper, which now that I have in my hands does feel premium even though it's just knit. The knit has different patterns at different parts of the shoe, going from like sweater-like patterns to more of a standard shoe knit pattern, and then in some places a more stretchy knit pattern. The transparent stripe that goes along the outside of the upper feels like a nylon mesh material. It's really thin but feels strong. The laces on the shoe are, while very nice and thick feeling, seem to be more for show than anything. as the upper of the shoe is all one piece and doesn't actually have a traditional tongue. In fact, I feel like the Yeezy shoes were the first that kind of popularized the one piece and sock-like upper that a lot of companies seem to try to copy in the years after the Yeezy 350s became so popular.
What did he say?
On the inside of the collar area of the shoe, we have some minimal but soft cushion, as well as 3 reflective stripes that run along the inside of the heel. Not sure why they put reflective material on the inside of the shoe where no one will really see it, but it's a cool detail nonetheless. Further inside of the shoe towards the toe box, there's a thin piece of rubbery material that you can actually see through the stripe on the side here. I assume it's both a looks thing, but also serves to keep the form of the shoe and make sure your toes aren't stretching the soft knit material too much. I'm not sure if the material is on the inside of every Yeezy shoe, but if any of you have any information about that or know, please feel free to comment down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Moving to the midsole of the shoe, we have a matte feeling semi-translucent rubber material with vertical lines that you can see here. This rubber runs seamlessly into the outsole, and in fact, I believe the midsole and outsole are actually one piece, and it actually serves as a cage for the real midsole and the cushion setup for this shoe. That midsole / cushion is none other than the classic Adidas Boost material. That is a signature for the Adidas lines and is featured in a lot of their shoes. Also, it's technically in the name of the shoe, Yeezy Boost 350 V2. While this is my first Yeezy, I have owned other Adidas shoes with Ultra Boost in the sole, and while the firmness of the Boost material can differ between shoe models, I will say it is almost always super soft and cushy, and it's definitely in a league of its own when it comes to foam cushion in sneakers. Finally, for the fit and comfort of the shoe, I would definitely say this one is one of the more comfortable shoes I've ever owned. I've always heard people say that Yeezy 350s are comfortable, but I think some people might have actually undersold just how comfortable they actually are. As soon as I put on these shoes, I literally said, whoa, out loud, because I was surprised by how well cushioned these shoes were. The boost in the shoes is super soft, super cushy, but not to the point where you feel as if you're sinking into the shoe. I think it's awesome. The knit upper of the shoe being so light and breathable also makes this shoe comfortable for the tops of your feet. It really does feel reminiscent of a sock, which I always feel is a compliment, because good socks are very comfy indeed. I feel like I'm saying comfy way too much, but anyways. The insole that comes in the shoe is actually a super thin and not very soft foam, but because the Boost is super bouncy and soft, you don't really need a plush insole. I will note that the insole, as you can see, slides right out. There doesn't seem to be any glue sticking to the bottom of the shoe or the bottom of the insole in the shoe, so if you wanted to put your own preference of insole in the shoe, it would be super easy to do. The fit of the shoe is a bit odd, I will say. I know some people said that Yeezys run small, so we're at least a half or even full size bigger than your normal size. But unless you have massively wide feet, I would suggest maybe only going up a half a size. I typically wear a size 10 in most shoes, like Jordan 1s for instance, but I wear a size 10.5 in some Adidas sneakers. So I thought, well, maybe I should go up to a size 11. I got the shoes in, tried them on, and I think I went a little too big. While I can say the shoes still fit fine and I don't feel like I'm wearing clown shoes or anything like that, I think I would have been even more comfortable and perfect fitting going with a 10.5. So only a half size higher than my norm, not a whole size. All right, now it's time to get the wife's opinion on these shoes. What do you think?
I really like these.
So you do like them?
Yeah, I think from afar, someone could probably think that they look pretty plain, but I like the intricate detail that's on them, and I just like the look of them, and also like that they're not perfectly white, because that means they won't get as dirty as quickly. So.
That's actually a really good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, since they are cream colored, like she said, you could get them dirtier than if they were like a really bright wine color. So but you like these? Mm-hmm. Like better than a lot of my other shoes, or?
I like the muted tone. Okay. They're not as loud.
She doesn't like, I have some pretty bright shoes. She likes more of the plainer, simpler shoes, and that's okay. All in all, the Yeezy 350 V2 is undebatably one of the most famous and popular sneakers of all time. Now, owning a pair for the first time, I wish I had gotten a pair sooner. Not only do they look great, but they're incredibly comfortable. And so that combination of stylish and comfort, which is going to be pretty hard to beat for any shoe, I would think. This colorway, while not the most hype, I think is awesome and super versatile with the clothes that you can style it with. So yeah, I think they still actually have pairs of these available if you'd like to grab some. All right, well, that's gonna wrap this video up today. Please let me know what you think of the Yeezy 350 V2 shoe in this colorway in the comment section, as well as any other cool Yeezy stories or info I might not know about or have touched on in this video. If you guys like the video, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna be doing more sneaker reviews, sneaker news, rumor videos, as well as some wife review videos that's all her. If any of that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss my future videos. But until next time, Blue out. Peace.